It has been getting more and more woke.
Yeah.
And and it's annoying. And I've actually thought about this, and I give full credit to, I have a family member who we're all boosting this one family member's Disney Plus subscription. And as soon as they fired Gina Carano, this family member canceled it right away. So we all got to kind of ride along with that cancellation, but I would have canceled it on that. I thought about canceling Netflix too. Clay, when was the last time you scrolled through? It's just, first of all, most of the comedians are super woke. I like stand-up stuff, and you'll see nothing but wokeness there. But on a lot of the programming, you watch this and you go, oh, so they're just bludgeoning me over the head here with the agenda. This is all about, and it doesn't matter what the period is. It's going to be about, diversity and inclusion, or it's going to be about transgender rights. And they go to some pretty extreme lengths with that stuff in a way where you say, I just want to be entertained, but the left, just like with Hollywood before, folks, they want you to believe what they believe. That's even more important to them.
I think there's a big part there, Buck. I also think people are looking to save money, and what people have realized is you can turn your Netflix subscription on or off. So if you're a fan, for instance, of Cobra Kai, which I've watched with my boys, the Karate Kid series, or if you like a dark series, I really like Ozark, right? But whenever they come out with a new version of that, you can wait, you can sign up for a month, you can catch up on everything that you might be interested in, and then you can bail. So instead of having to pay over $100 for a year, you might be able to pay $20, see everything that you need to see. And I think they've reached their apex, and I don't know where we go from here. I'm actually fascinated by Disney, for example, because the cable and satellite bundle is declining. The number of people who have cable and satellite. So they were like, hey, we've got to step from this sinking ship over to another ship, right? The streaming ship. But they still haven't made money there. And if we've already reached peak streaming, they may be on simultaneously two different sinking ships from a media perspective. Because whatever you think of these shows, Buck, they are wildly expensive to make. And so only way you keep people signed up is by producing new content. And that new content isn't very affordable. So Netflix now is saying they're going to do advertisements.
But I mean, the business model part of this is interesting to me, but the influence on the culture and on entertainment and our national perception and conversations, to me, I mean, that even if you have a pullback at Netflix, we still have nothing there's nothing that is, and it's not even conservative, it's not even GOP. Just make things that are meant to entertain people instead of make things that are meant to create a political perception in the audience. Doesn't matter. They're making a show about 9th century Viking invasion of England, which is usually stuff that I love. There'll be some wokeness thrown in there. It doesn't matter. All of a sudden, it is not beyond them. They'll be doing characters. You'll be at like the Battle of Poitiers or Crécy, and all of a sudden some character will be like, well, maybe we should consider transgender rights more. You say, wait, what? I'm pretty sure this wasn't. They will put it anywhere, and they're infusing the content with politics all the time. It's because they have this vision of change. And look, this is why it was so important to those Disney executives. For everybody, that I think that was what really rattled people when they saw, from the very top, the chief content officer of Disney wants to talk about pansexuality and how there need to be more pansexual cartoon characters that your children are watching. That is just fact. That is the country we live in right now.
Well, and it's also the antithesis of everything Walt Disney stood for. So whatever you think about Disney today, know that Walt Disney would be rolling over in his grave at the idea of what his company has become. Because if you've been to Disney World, if you've been to Disneyland, Main Street USA, there are few places that were more patriotic than Disney. And there were few business executives more patriotic and anti-communist than Walt Disney and his embrace of American exceptionalism. So the idea that his company today could have become what it has, I think would infuriate Walt Disney if he were still alive at this point in time. I mean, you just look at when you walk into Disney World, it's supposed to be a place that removes all like politics, right? The happiest place on earth. And instead, they have consistently made the decision that they have to put politics directly into their product.
I think it's even an escalation what we've seen from the left is an escalation over something that is near and dear to your heart, Clay, which is sports as the refuge that everybody used to be able to have, right? They've completely wokened, they've completely made woke sports now.